Since I can't live stream and I've been surviving off of clips, I'm going to be talking about motorcycles. Now, when I started with this idea of the video, I just wanted to tell a story about how I don't really like motorcycles. This goes back to a couple weeks ago. Like the idiot that I am, I'm driving out in the desert, no gas. My car runs out of gas. I don't have my wallet, don't have any money. So I'm sitting on the side of this road, there's like a bathroom stall type thing, and kind of like... So I called my friend to bail me out of this situation. Picture the phone call going something like this. Hey, man, can you pick me up? Wait, what? How could you have been such an idiot? We are beings of reason and purpose, endowed with the capacity to make decisions and choices that shape our destinies. And yet, here you are, stranded in the middle of nowhere, having failed to bring anything but your stupid ukulele. My friend, I do not seek to chastise you, but remind you of the higher ideals that we should aspire to. We must take responsibility for our actions and not pray for others to bail us out. And when we fall short, we must embrace the struggle and challenge that this chaotic planet presents us. Whether it be by some divine creation or by pure dumb luck. But for you, my friend, it is your own fault. We must not shy away from our challenges with fear or apathy. So, as you sit in the desert with your stupid ukulele, reflect on these words and consider how you can be a better steward of your own destiny, how you can avoid the situation of being stranded in the desert with nothing but a ukulele, feeling like an idiot. His words were so true. So, you gonna pick me up? I'm at work. I'll be there in 2 hours. And there I sat, playing my stupid ukulele, until I heard the rumbling of a motorcycle. I believed this to be my salvation. Who else would be driving down this desert road? But it wasn't my friend with a life-saving spare can of gasoline. It was just a rider. And he pulled into the same spot as me. He took off his gloves, gave me a smile and waved. And from his neck, he took a small spoon. Laying down you-know-what on the truck bed, he... well, did you-know-what. He sat there looking at me, smiled, asked me if I was in trouble, and I said, yeah, I ran out of gas. And he just looked at me and said, wow, that sucks. I'm sorry, I don't feel quite like myself right now. My mind is racing and my heart is pounding. I just took some drugs and I can feel it coursing through my veins. It's like electricity running through my body and it's making me feel invincible. But it's not just the drugs that's got me feeling like this. I've been reading up on this thing called the Reich and Lowen tradition. It's about the charge and discharge of the energy in the body and how that affects our emotions and mental state. Whoa, man. Slow down. I can't keep up. It's really a simple concept. The idea that we accumulate energy in our bodies throughout the day, and if we don't discharge that energy properly, it can build up and lead to emotional and psychological problems. But if we can discharge that energy in healthy ways, like through exercise or meditation, we can avoid these problems. And this is a healthy way? No offense, but what if you don't discharge in a healthy way? What if you're caught in a cycle where you are just discharging, where you're stuck in a constant cycle of charge and discharge, and that's just it. You never realize or you never figure out how to get out of it. It all makes sense to me, man. I feel like I've been living my life with this whole pent-up energy inside me, and now that I've discovered this Reich and Lowen stuff, I can finally start to let it out. And that's where the drugs come in. It's like a shortcut to discharge you, like flipping a switch and letting all the energy flow out of me. I know it's not the healthiest way to do it, but damn, it feels good. I'm not sure where all this is leading me, but I'm excited to find out. I feel like I'm on the cusp of something big, like I'm tapping into some kind of primal energy that's been lying dormant inside of me all these years. Maybe I'll end up like Reich or Lowen, pioneers of this charge and discharge theory, or maybe I'll just end up as another drifter searching for meaning in a world that doesn't seem to have any. Either way, I'm ready for whatever comes next. I'm charged up and ready to go. You do you, but I doubt your life is going anywhere productive. I'll stick to my coffee. Then again, I doubt my life is going anywhere. I may not have the vice of that drifter, but I still have vices. I listen to too loud music. I scroll through my phone watching the dumbest TikToks, and I have this fever dream that I can maybe be somebody someday, but really all that's just a joke. I mean, I've done things and seen things, so I guess I am somebody. I claim to have climbed a mountain, but what qualifies a mountain? As I watched that drifter drive away, the hum of his motorcycle in the distance, I forgot. Maybe I could have asked him for some gas, or at least some money to buy some. Anyways, back to mountain climbing. There's a nearby hill. I wonder what's at the top of it. Wow, I am out of shape. I'm gonna take a seat by this white sage. White sage, also known as Salvia apina, is a sacred plant that has been used for centuries by Native American tribes. Its cleansing and purifying properties, and it's native to the southwestern United States. It has a fairly unique sagey smell. You've probably smelt it before if you live in the area. It's a tall, grayish-green plant. And I thought to myself, wow, I hope all this sage around me clears all this bad luck that I'm having, running out of gas, running into that weird drifter. It really grows like a weed, though. Seas of white sage blot out the dusty earth. And look at those mountains. Those mountains typical of a old mountain. Worn at the top, shielded. Not as worn as the mountains you typically see on the east, but worn nonetheless. Since a mountain's creation, it is in the constant state of falling, or in a more human terms, dying. It gets smaller as soon as it's no longer growing. What a funny concept that is. It's as if even a mountain can't stand the test of time. What a strange concept we measure our existence with. We use it to order our lives, to plan our futures, and remember our pasts. But in reality, time is just a construct of our minds. It's not tangible, it cannot be seen or touched, and yet it rules our very existence. The absurdity of time becomes all the more apparent when we consider the death of the mountain. Mountains are often seen as immutable and ancient sentinels that have stood the test of time. They are part of the landscape, a constant, in a world that is ever-changing, and yet even they are subject to the passage of time. The death of the mountain is a reminder that nothing is eternal. The forces of nature, erosion, weathering slowly but surely erode the rock, the soil that make up these mighty structures. Over the time, mountains crumble and fade away until all that remains is a memory of what once was. But even a memory is fleeting. The grand scheme of things, the existence of a mountain is a blip in the timeline of the universe. Our perception of time is so limited, so short-sighted that we flail, and we are just a flash in the pan of existence. What is the point of our existence if everything we know and love will eventually fade away? What is the point of striving for greatness, of building monuments in our achievements, if they will one day be nothing more than dust in the wind? Perhaps the answer lies not in the destination, but in the journey. Perhaps the absurdity of time is what gives our lives meaning. We make each moment precious. Perhaps the death of a mountain is a reminder that we should cherish every moment we have and make the most of time we are given. In the end, it is not the length of our existence that matters, but the depth of our experiences. It is not the moments we build that define us, but the memories we create. And it's not the passing of time that we should fear, but the regret of a life unlived. I sat on top of that hill, looking at the mountains and the sage. When I hear and I see the lights of a car coming up, my friend with a big dumb smile and a gas tank in his hand, he's here to help me. I eventually did make it home, and I wrote about my experience
a lot of embellishment. The Drifter actually didn't go into a big long speech. He just kind of waved, smiled, and drove off. But I felt like it would be better talking about that. All of the voice acting in this video is done by me, Odyssey, and the ukulele playing is also done by me. The videography, well, that's mostly stuff I found on Google, little bits from me. And thank you for the inspiration, talking about the motorcycle. That's from another YouTube channel, Squid Tips. I really liked their trans support, and it kind of inspired me to make a YouTube video. I was streaming on Twitch, but I didn't have access to my computer, so I had to record this on my phone. All of the writing I did while I was experiencing this is actually a true story, and I definitely had different thoughts during that moment. If you liked the video, the best thing you can do for me is share it, like, subscribe, and maybe follow my Twitch. We stream pretty regularly, well, at least when I have access to my computer. And we also have a TikTok. I do some shorts too, but those shorts are just ported over from the TikTok. Anyways, it's always been my dream of being a YouTuber, and my stupid neurosis tells me that if I don't at least try, I've failed at some point in my life. Thank you for watching. Oh, and one thing. Some of the images are also provided by Starry AI. I just thought I should mention that. I'm not an artist.
This is an addition. I actually used way more AI generated images than I thought I did. And yeah, just that.